Alright, we got all of the transistors beautifully mounted in there. Yeah, they're beautiful, aren't they? Let's see if we can get these resistors in here. Now, I went over the board and I've cleaned all the holes out, so that took a while. And basically, I just go just like this. In fact, you can put them either way, it doesn't matter. Resistors are not polarity dependent, but we will put them in here the way the board shows, with the fat end that way on those two, and the fat end this way. I can get through there on those two. Come on. There we go. And fat end that way on that one. We'll have to clip these leads. That's just a given. Parts pretty much come in a certain length, and then you just trim them afterwards. See there, we'll have to trim those. So, no big deal. Alright, and then we got 4 on the other side here. I just go in like so. There we go. Ooh, dropped that one, didn't I? It happens. Guess there wasn't power to it. Oh, that one seems to be a little stiff. We'll have to get the soldering iron and heat that up a little bit and get it through there. And that one there, just like that. I don't know, maybe I can get it through there. We'll see. Just spin it around. There we go. Went right on in. Sometimes you can work them in there. And we'll put that side in. Voila. They're beautiful. Now we'll flip the board over and put a little solder on them. Hopefully they don't fall out like that one did. We'll go ahead and do this one side first. And then we'll do the other side. I'm using some 6040 solder here, rosin core flux. That's what's all over the board there too. I found that flux is your friend when you're working on these amplifiers. It makes it work a heck of a lot better. Let me get that straight. Yes, okay. It just makes everything work better. The flux is a cleaner, so it helps the solder stick to everything, and it's kind of like using soap when you wash, you wash stuff off, and makes it clean and works better. I'm going to have to trim these, of course. That was one. Like I showed you guys in the previous part there, they're the same resistance. The design of the resistor is a little different. These look like, if I remember right, these were a higher temperature rating, which from the looks of this amplifier may benefit from. Don't quote me on that, but that's what I'm going to guess. So, I generally try and solder the back leg here first, and then put it up right like that. Then we can solder the other side, just like that. And of course, like I said, I'll have to trim these. No big deal. Okay, let's flip this around, and we'll get the other side put together here. I'm going to go ahead and solder this one first, this one that wants to fall out. And have to worry about it falling out anymore. There we go. Get this one. I really enjoy doing this. This is almost like doing a puzzle for me, so I really enjoy it. I know some people probably be frustrated by doing this, but I really enjoy it. Ooh, come on. Get in there. There we go. That's crooked. I don't know, I kind of like to have them straight too. It doesn't really affect the way the parts work, so it's just really good for showmanship. You know, when somebody opens the amplifier again, and you guys saw the way the transistors look. They look almost like they were done in the factory. So you don't want to use too much solder, otherwise it creates a blob, and these resistors actually get kind of warm, so they could have the solder come off, and you can actually short out in there somewhere on the board, or you could blow up the power supply, which is over here on the other side. So yeah, that looks pretty good. A couple of these are not exactly straight, but just kind of work them around there. Yeah, that looks beautiful, like it should. Alright, well, I'm going to shut the camera off at the moment here. We'll pause it, and then I'm actually going to get the wire cutters out and trim all the leads off. You even need to trim the transistor leads. And then we'll take the meter and check everything, see if anything's shorted. It shouldn't be, but you never know. And I'll check it under the magnifier.